You too. What's good? Welcome Chiefs fans center. Please like and subscribe. Over the past 24 hours, there's been a lot of news about Kaizer Chiefs. We'll be talking about that news today. Velabai and Bartman, the contract situation and the clearance situation will be explained here today. Ighodaro, the signing from Sundowns, is it confirmed or not? The Wuhan period has been talks with him also. And Happy Mashiane wanting to stay at the club despite him not going to the preseason tour in Netherlands. Let's dive into the video. Okay guys, starting off with the biggest topic which came out yesterday, Velabai and Bartman. The situation will be explained. Jessica Motawing had something to say yesterday. The Cape Town Spurs chairman had something to say yesterday. So basically guys, the problem with Velabai and Bartman is that we signed the players, but we approached the players only. We didn't talk to the club because they basically don't have contract with Cape Town Spurs as they lost their professional status. Yeah, well, so the problem is that everything was agreed inside between Velabai and Bartman. They are basically Chiefs players, but Cape Town Spurs has not issued clearances to both the players for them to register with Kaizer Chiefs. So let's just dive into the video. There's a lot of reading with this topic. I don't think I'll make my own comments. So let's start with what Jessica Motawing had to say yesterday. Sorry, let me just get this out. I think it's important. I think what's important is that we are in the business of doing things that will not interfere with other clubs. We want to follow suit, and that relates to all players we are looking at. And we are going to take a very professional approach when it comes to those players. So we will only make an announcement when the time is right. But obviously we cannot be engaging with players who are still contracted to other teams. But once things are sorted, we will make an announcement. Motawing emphasized and concluded. Yeah, well, so that's what Jessica had to say. Good see, there will be an announcement soon should this issue be resolved. And the Cape Town Spurs chairman also had something to say. And here's what he had to say. Oh, it's not the Cape Town Spurs chairman, it's the CEO. Kaizer Chiefs, as a club of immense reputation, surely understands the value of these players and the importance of ethical conduct in transfers. We're confident that they'll approach us in the right manner to discuss a deal that works for everyone. The pressure now falls on Kaizer Chiefs to demonstrate the commitment to fair play by engaging Spurs directly and agreeing to a transfer fee that reflects the true value of these sought-after players. Anything less would be unbecoming of a club with such a storied legacy. So the Cape Town Spurs basically just want a fee for Velabai and Bartman. I think Velabai today unfollowed Cape Town Spurs. I saw it on Facebook today, then I went on Instagram. He didn't unfollow Cape Town Spurs and started to follow Kaizer Chiefs. So it means in relation to Velabai and Cape Town Spurs, it's done, and Bartman in terms of like a professional relationship. Yeah, but I don't think even if it doesn't go to Kaizer Chiefs, it will be over. But with the whole situation, I did my research also. Kickoff made an article 2 months ago because they knew Chiefs would be in for Velabai again. So the law expert was asked about what's the situation in Cape Town Spurs, what happens to their professional statuses and their contracts. Yeah, but so Kickoff, the law expert says when a team gets relegated to the ABC Motsepe League, they are no longer a professional club, meaning they will lose their most valuable players on a free transfer. When you're in ABC Motsepe League, your link to a club is related to a season. Once the season ends, nobody will say, hey, you have a contract. It's just registration where you sign a registration form. The amateur status of Cape Town Spurs kicks in after the 30th of June 2025, meaning all contracts that they had are invalid and null and void. Yeah, well, so it means Cape Town Spurs lost their professional status as of 30 June 2025 as a new season begins, meaning that all the professional contracts that they have was null and void. So Velabai and Bartman, if they had professional contracts, then it means it's over. But Kickoff, this article continues to say, however, Kickoff believes Spurs could claim compensation for the development of players under the age of 21. The claim could be complicated, though since players were already playing professionally if they moved to a local club. So basically, guys, if it was Dudley, what I'm thinking now, what I'm getting from this article and everything we've read over the past 2 weeks, is that if it was Dudley, who's 23, we signed Dudley when he was 22. So it means above the age of 21, meaning he had a professional contract with Kaizer Chiefs with Cape Town Spurs. If he got relegated to Cape Town Spurs this season, we would have been able to sign him on a free because he was 22 as a professional. So with Velabai and Bartman, these guys are 21 and 20 or 19, if I'm not mistaken. Velabai is 21 and this Bartman is 18 or 19. I'm not sure, I forgot. So they still might have youth contracts. You guys know, good see, some players have youth contracts and can still play in the first team. So I think Velabai and Bartman were on youth contracts, meaning they didn't have a professional contract, so they could be bought out. I think that's the situation. Yeah, but so basically we've signed everything. Villalba and Botman may become to Chiefs, but the problem is that Kirtan Spurs just wants a fee. The issue has been escalated to, I think, the sports tribunal, the court or something like that. So it will be resolved in a very few days. Villalba has unfollowed Kirtan Spurs on Instagram and followed Kaizer Chiefs. So we just hope we see all parties will reach to a conclusion. Yeah, well, I like commenting on issues, but this one is very, very complicated. So I just hope that the lads come to Kaizer Chiefs, because these are two youngsters who have immense potential and want to play for Kaizer Chiefs. Okay, guys, the second topic is Ighodaro, the player from Sundowns, who's the alleged new signing of Kaizer Chiefs. He's played for Chippa United, AmaZulu, and SuperSport over the past 3 seasons. Yeah, well, so those rumors that he's been signing are alleged to be fake. The SIA crew, so it is Key Times, has confirmed that we have not yet signed Ighodaro. The signing might be imminent, but it's not yet confirmed, as many sources were stating over the past weekend. Here are the quotes from the article from Sokale Duma. There's been a lot of talk about Ighodaro joining Chiefs, but the reports suggesting he has signed are inaccurate. A source close to the situation told the SIA crew he is still assessing his options both locally and abroad. Nothing has been concluded, the source said. The sources close to the player went on to add that the images of Ighodaro in Chiefs colours were photoshopped. So that's Ighodaro, guys. He's not yet a Kaizer Chiefs player. I think he will be very soon, because I think his situation at Sundowns is very difficult. He's still at Sundowns. And there's Mutiba, there's Reynolds, there's Shaolile, and there's this striker from Sales. So he's 5th in the pecking order, and he's a very good striker to be a 5th choice striker. So he must forget about game time. He must forget about game time. Oh, I'm talking too fast. He must forget about game time at Sundowns. He will definitely be moved on by Sundowns, whether it's a loan or whatever. So Ighodaro, guys, let's just talk about him. I think, unlike the Villalba and Botman situation, we can actually make comments. His stats over the past 3 years, 3 seasons. For AmaZulu, 27 games and 6 goals in the past season. The last season, 23-24, the season before, 34 games, 8 goals and 2 assists. And then the season before that, at Chippa United, 27 games, 11 goals and 2 assists. So his best season was 3 years ago at Chippa United. So in total, it's 88 games, 25 goals and 4 assists. Yeah, well, so let's just compare that with our striker, Flavio Silva, the guy we signed right now. I didn't see much at tour. I think people are complaining, so I'm not sure how the fans feel about Flavio Silva, but I haven't seen him play at all, because obviously I couldn't watch the preseason games. So 24-25 seasons, Flavio Silva, 33 games, 9 goals and 2 assists in the Indonesian league. The season before that, and this is impressive, 23-24 season, 29 goals, 23 goals and 4 assists in the Indonesian league. And then the 22-23 season, 23 games, 7 goals and 2 assists in the Luxembourg league. Yeah, so when you compare the two, Ighodaro, 88 games, 25 goals and 4 assists. So he averages maybe 1 goal every 3.5 games. Flavio Silva, 85 games, 39 goals and 8 assists. So he averages about a goal every 2.5 games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but there is context. There's always context when you talk about these things. The Indonesian league and the Luxembourg league. Yeah, well, I think the Luxembourg league, we can take good start from that, but the Indonesian league, guys, if Bafana Bafana were to play Indonesia right now in a friendly, would you bet your money that Indonesia could beat Bafana Bafana? I think we're better nation than we're better football nation than Indonesia. I'm not sure about the toughness of the league, but I don't rate it. Yeah, also it's good strikers for Flavio Silva. He's a striker who played for Portugal under 19, a former Portugal international at youth level. So Flavio Silva is a very good striker. And Ighodaro is just a signing that we've made plenty of times. Plenty of times. You have your Chivareros, you have your Duprees, you have your Castros, like these local strikers. Yeah, well, as much as Castro was very good, Dupree has been a 6 out of 10 signing. Obviously, Chivavero was Chivavero. Yeah, well, so yeah, man. I'm not sure if there's a striker that we should get, but he's better than nothing. He's better than nothing, but do we really need to go that way when we've just signed 5 years over? Because Naredi Tlongwane is there, Duba is there, and those two are an out-and-out number 9s. Of course, you can move those youngsters to the wing, but I think just for them to develop into future chief strikers, we gotta be signing the best of the best. Yeah, well, someone like Nugovic, someone like Castro, like, why can't we sign that guy from TS Galaxy, that striker there? I don't know. My friend told me Guti was released or something, or it'll be difficult to make the deal, but we should stop signing these local strikers, man, or these foreign strikers, Bimyama, Gonzalez, like, go to Serbia and Europe in the Danish league and stuff like that and sign the best strikers. Robert Mara was saying very good. She likes to sign in the lower leagues, the top players. Yeah, boy. And he wasn't lying. Yeah, boy. Nothing against Igor and Flavio Silva, but that's just my thought on the striker situation. Okay, guys, the third last topic, you have Lebogang Phiri. Before the tour, there were talks with him before Chiefs went for pre-season. He said he was at the Indian tournament, so he said we had talks with Kaizer Chiefs, but they went to Holland, so negotiations delayed. Hopefully in the coming days, we will come up with something. So that's Lebogang Phiri, guys. Lebogang Phiri, he's 30 years of age. He's playing for Geknap in the League 2 of France. Yeah, but they finished second in the group or whatever. They've got it's like 4 different leagues, and then they finished number 2 in their group stage / league. So in the past 3 seasons, he's played 48 games with 1 goal and 1 assist, Lebogang Phiri. He's got 6 Bafana caps. I remember, was it 2018 or 19? I remember very, very well that he once scored for the squad against South Sudan. We won the game 1-0, Lebogang Phiri. So that's all I know about him. I haven't seen him play week in and week out, but he's a number 8. And in a number 8 position, we're getting stacked. Yeah, but we've seen Guti, our number 10, such as Matlo and Gosipile Ngobo, are seen as number 8s. Thabo Qhele can play that position. Samkelo Zwane is still there. And the new signing, Special Love, is also number 8. Yeah, well, so maybe Lebogang Phiri is a Castillo replacement, but how is it Castillo replacement when Castillo wasn't even playing for the past 2 seasons consistently, particularly the season under Coach Nabi? Yeah, so that's just Lebogang Phiri. Yeah, man. I think, is he a free agent? I don't think he's a free agent. So yeah, that's Lebogang Phiri. Okay, guys, the 2 last topics, I'm just mixed them into one thing. Happy Mashiane, he told the club that he wants to stay at the club. Even with many defenders at the club, he still accepts the competition. He will now go to the pre-season tour in the Netherlands. So Happy Mashiane has decided to fight for his position at left back. Yeah, well, he's 27, 28 years of age now. He's old, and he's been here for 10 years, I think, or even more if you consider the MDC days. Yeah, well, and with him, it's good that he wants to fight, but I think it's time to cut ties, because when you look at his situation, we just bought Pasika Marco, we just bought a new left back, I don't know what's his name, and then we have Cross. All those 2 of the players have arrived in the past year. Yeah, well, so we can't be moving on Cross, Marco, and who's this lad? The new left back. So, and even Bongani Sam, yeah, well, he's on the same boat as Bongani Sam, because that's how down he is in the pecking order. The fact they didn't go to the pre-season tour shows a lot. Yeah, but I don't think Nabi rates the lad very well. Obviously, he did play a few games. Ramo Gallants, Stellenbosch, I think he played against Stellenbosch for sure. But you need more. And I think Chepa or free agents, one of those games, I'm not sure. He played 2 games in the Nedbank Cup during the run. Yeah, but also Happy Mashiane, he's a youngster. His problem was that someone said on Facebook, the problem about Mashiane is not a defender, but he's not a winger also. Yeah, well, Mashiane's best position is in a 4-4-2 as a left-sided midfielder or winger. And then in a defensive setup in a back 5, he's a left wing back for sure. Yeah, well, it doesn't have that attacking mindset to be a full-on winger. Yeah, well, and doesn't have the full defensive capabilities to be a left back. So it's a difficult situation for Happy Mashiane, but that's fine. And Tuanu Abaso just signed a new contract, guys. Number 34 in the preseason tour. Congrats to him, a very good player. I saw him play. That's the only few games. The only game I watched it had Tuanu Abaso, and he played very, very well. So yeah, man, that's the video. Please like and subscribe.